What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Fast Lag, Fast Rag. It's a great name because he's from Australia, and it's obviously a comment on Australian ping being not very good. Which is sad because that's my life. Just being not very good. But he's a Smurf. He might not even be Australian because you can kind of set your country as whatever you want. But he says he's from Australia, and that's all that matters to me. His opponent today is in the blue color, playing as none other than the rank number 1 Age of Mythology, the Titans player in the world currently. His name is Kimo. Of course his name is Kimo. This man is a madman. We're on the map Mediterranean, everyone's favorite map. However, we're in a matchup we don't see very often. A matchup we don't see very often is Egyptian versus Norse on this map. Oftentimes we see a lot of Greek players on this map or Atlantean players on this map. The Egyptian players tend to shy away from this map a little bit, and the Norse players tend to lose so hard on this map that they decide they would prefer to quit playing Age of Mythology altogether and go back to the year 2021, which we are leaving is the pile of shit that it was, moving into the new year. 2022 going to be the year of other things that happen, like maybe a Balance Patch 6.0. Who knows? Not me. I don't know. I wish I knew. I got no idea. Maybe we're going to see an Age of Mythology Definitive Edition in October. How exciting would that be? October 30th to be exact. We all know that that's the day. And if it's not the day, we're going to have some hell of a celebration because that's the anniversary, and we'll see how that all goes. But today we have Mediterranean. We've got Fast Lag, Fast Rag here. He's got himself some beautiful Orok right next to his woodline. He's going to be using that very nicely to give himself a very, very strong archaic age on the Mediterranean. This is very important for you budding Norse players out there to be very much, very adaptable to your situations in order to get the most out of it. Now, his opponent, Kimo, he's got himself 3 villages on gold. He's got himself 4 villages on wood. And this looks to me like some version of the fast dock or the dock spam build. This looks like the dock spam build that Dodds Spoift used to use back in 2006 on vanilla. This was an ISIS build that he used to use and was incredibly potent until people started getting much, much stronger on vanilla, and it turned out to be not the best strategy and oftentimes leaving you in the dirt yourself. We are seeing that temple coming up now for Kimo. He's wanting to get this up very, very quickly here. He's got himself that second dock. I'm sure he'll want to put that 3rd one down, a 4th one, a 5th one maybe even. But getting this temple up so fast, I'm not sure that Kimo is going to be able to advance quite yet. Even if he does dump all of these fishing ships in, which is what he's going to be trying to do. He's going to be close, but I think he's going to need to build 1 more villager here, even with 8 villagers here. And no, he gets it. He gets it with the perfect 4:45 advance time. Going to be spamming out those docks nice and fast. He needs to get everything working. He's putting Bast as the god of choice so that he has access to that Sphinx to get some harass done to deal with the impending Valkyrie that's going to be coming his way. Fast Lag, Fast Rag, he's 25% of the way through to the classical age through Freya. Let's see how many fishing ships he's managed to get out for himself. He's gone with 8 fishing ship. He's gone with 8 fishing ship. And if I had to guess, I would say maybe this build here, slightly suboptimal. I would have thought maybe you could get out 8 fishing ship with a 4:30 advance time, but we're seeing more like a 4:45, maybe even later. So let's compare the two, 70% to 70%. Yeah, they're both about 4:45 here. And we do see that 3rd dock is now getting thrown down for Kimo, who's actually not going for more than 3 docks here, which might lead him to maybe potentially having more ships out, but less defensible locations. Like, for example, if you had another dock here, and obviously another dock over here. He would feel a lot more safe about these fishing spots. But now he's got that Sphinx out. He's going to be sending that forward to get some harass in. He's got 6 villagers over on the gold. We'll see what he wants to try and do here. Oftentimes we just see them spamming villagers over onto the wood. He's actually got his Pharaoh over here on the gold mine, which we don't often see here as the cabinets are starting to come out. Fast like fast rag. The general idea for Norse on Mediterranean is sit back, wait, let your opponent come to you, because your boats are slow. Your boats are 5.5 speed. Compare that over here to the cabinet 6.0 speed. So if you get caught out, you take a lot more damage here. We do see the Eclipse getting thrown down here as Kimo's sending the Sphinx in, going to be attempting to take down some of these dwarfs over here. As there's one Herser. He speaks with fire for some reason, but this Sphinx is going to be looking for some wood villagers as he's walking around his opponent's base, just simply looking for something to attack here. I actually really hard like this from Kimo, but he's not controlling it at all. He's taking a lot of damage on that Sphinx. The Sphinx will have to retreat away. Meanwhile, we see the Valkyrie in the base of Kimo right now, causing some issues. Not only does this affect the forest fire that could potentially come down here, but it also, it's also the Sphinx is going to be able to run around and do its thing. But the Valkyrie now going after the Priest. I believe the Priest might win that fight as the cabinet's starting to continue to push through here. But fast rag going to be sitting here, just chilling. Gotta wait for your moment here. Just keep pumping those out. We do see the Sphinx has now got 6 HP remaining, and Kimo did not get what he wanted out of that at all. We do see the Valkyrie yet again getting targeted down by this Priest underneath the watchtower. That's a big win for Kimo. Meanwhile, the cabinet's pushing in to Fast Like Fast Rag, who is attempting to defend. We do see one of those fishing ships has been sniped here. Very nice play. Nice micro there from Fast Like Fast Rag. Kimo does notice it, going to be pulling himself away. Going to be utilizing that speed that his cabinets do have, but Fast Like Fast Rag does manage to draw one of those ships in and finish that one off. We do see the forest fire has been thrown down. That's just simply going to move the villagers over to a separate location. Kimo's wood locations here, not the best if we do say so. Because he has to be on multiple different, like, small forests here. They're all kind of a bit rubbish. But right now we've got 15 longboats for Fast Like Fast Rag, and Kimo, on the other hand, he's got 16 cabinets. So it's actually a slight advantage here for Kimo. Oh, sorry, for Fast Like Fast Rag. You have to think about it. Each cabinet is 6 damage. So with every 6 longboats you have, that's worth 1 extra cabinet worth of DPS. So the fact that we have this many longboats means the longboats deal more damage than the cabinets by a couple. Like, you just divide by 6, right? So we're kind of 4, I can't do that math, 3 longboats more than 3 cabinets more or whatever is what you would think. But obviously they have the same HP, so it's not exactly that. It's just the DPS. Anyways, beside the point, we're going to be seeing Fast Like Fast Rag deciding to push out anytime soon here, as Kimo's just going to be moving back and forth, just jockeying in here. Doesn't really want to take the fight just yet, but honestly at this point, probably best for Kimo to think about getting 2nd town center, 3rd town center. He didn't go through Star, so he doesn't have access to Shadoof, so his farming is going to be a little bit meh, but he does have access to Rain, and then also has access to the Sacred Cat's irrigation, huge boost to his farming economy if that's something that he wants to be doing. But we are still seeing both of these players kind of just a little bit unsure about what they want to do here, kind of moving back and forth and not really into each other just yet. We are seeing these longboats over here getting targeted down, and Fast Like Fast Rag, the Odin player at this point, just needs to push. He just needs to push at this point. He's full population basically here. He's got all of the advantages that he might want here. 26 longboats right now to Kimo's 27. So it's very even on the cabinet longboat count. But we did talk about the DPS situation here. So big advantage right now for Fast Like Fast Rag. And both of these players are shooting into each other. There's no real micro going on just yet as the cabinets are starting to fall. But it is kind of looking a little bit like Kimo maybe coming out slightly on top here, as Fast Rag with only 12 longboats left. The cabinets seemingly overpowering 20 cabinets here. Kimo with a big advantage. He must have focus fired just that little bit better than Fast Rag. And Fast Rag just straight up gets massacred on the water there. What an absolute surprise considering the damage difference. Did either player have any upgrades? No player had any upgrades at all. Kimo simply just, I don't know, out-focus fired Fast Rag. He's going to have to move these longboats around. Is he still producing these longboats? No, he is not producing longboats at all. He is just going to be getting himself that town center, jockeying around with the cabinets. Kimo now needs to shift over onto a secondary gold mine. We see him getting an armory. We see him getting a monument to the villages. If anything that we have learned in the Mediterranean wars is once you win, you stop making cabinets, you put villagers over onto gold, you get yourself shaft mine, and you get yourself a second town center as soon as possible. If not a third town center, so long as you can secure a gold mine, you'll be in a good position. But the problem here for Kimo is the gold mines are a little bit out of the way. Now, Kimo can very easily simply just wall this location off. If he walls over here and he walls over here, it's going to feel pretty safe. He can make himself some barracks units. The barracks units for Egyptian versus Norse do very, very well in the classical age against the Norse units. Classical age Egyptian is perfectly fine against Norse classical fight. So we are going to be seeing that town center just about popping up for Fast Rag. The town center does get up first though for Kimo with the help of the Pharaoh Empowerment. Going to be sending his villagers over here onto this granary to gather from the berry bushes. He will be kicking himself that he did not get himself Tar in this game instead of opting for the Sphinx. Obviously that risk with the Eclipse not paying off for him in the early game, and now he's going to have to slow down a little bit, I guess, and work towards the next part of this game. Now, are we going to be seeing these third town centers grabbed or not is definitely the question, as Fast Rag is spamming out dwarfs from both of these locations, eating himself all of these pigs over, or chicken over here. He does have husbandry, so may as well be eating these pigs now. Lots of food left in them, so that's very, very good for him. He's actually taken everything off of wood. I love this play. This is a play which I feel like every civilization has access to in terms of their macro. If you do not need wood, do not gather wood. Simply just take off it. If you do not need gold, simply take off gold and just get that food income that you need. And this is going to allow Fast Rag to get to the third age and be in a very, very strong position. Kimo, on the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised to see him getting to that next age very, very shortly. We are seeing some barracks actually coming down. Kimo with a lot of villages on wood, and this is what I'm talking about. Kimo does not need 9 villagers on wood right now. Kimo needs these 9 villagers on these pigs. There's plenty of pigs to go around. Take these villagers off over to the pigs. He would have all the food to go to the heroic age right now, or he could put them over onto gold and get a third town center completely fine, and then start the farming, and it might be a vibe. But now we're starting to see those axemen coming out for Kimo from those barracks as the Sphinx coming in. We do see Kimo with the idea to grab this town center for himself. With this cabinet chilling over here on this location, that's going to be a big help. But now Fast Rag, can't say his name, he's going through Njord here. He's moving in with the Hersa. We do see some cheeky villagers coming in with the axemen as well, and that's going to force Fast Rag to make a run for it. But the cabinets are now over here, so for them to run away, they're going to be running straight past the cabinets. Question is, are they in range? And they are not in range. Oh, they will be in range if he runs through this way, though. Maybe not. Kimo says, I can't reach there. We will be seeing the town center going to be coming up for Kimo very quickly. But this might actually run straight into Fast Rag's plan here. He can cast Walking Woods and get going. He also gets himself a Kraken here. We do see the rain coming down for Kimo. That's going to be a small help towards Fast Rag here in this game. We do see the Axemen falling. We see some more longhouses coming down on this location. In fact, a market as well. Here we might be seeing Fast Rag going for a bit of a cheeky early Ragnarok here. Maybe go through tier as something that's a little bit safer, a little bit more interesting. Go through tier and get himself Yorman Elvers would be really, really strong, because that effectively wins him back the water. And then that in turn, winning the water, we are seeing tier, means that he gets access to this town center and this town center with the use of the siege ships. With Yeoman Elvis plus siege ships, there's very little that Egyptian players can do against that. And Fast Lag Fast Rag is playing directly towards that, which I absolutely love. The Fimbulwinter will help a little bit, but Kimo's economy is going to be skyrocketing. He's going through Hathor already and probably get to the Mythic Age as well without too many issues. The double Kraken is out right now for Fast Lag. Fast Rag is going to be going after some of these fishing ships over here. One hitting those is very, very big, and we will be seeing the Kimo's cabinets coming in right now, going to attempt to take down these cabinets here. Krakens here. You might want to consider getting this upgrade at this point as well, Heroic Fleet, because you know that there's a chance that we might be seeing Fimbulwinter or Tyr coming through, and you have to deal with those Yeoman Elvis somehow. But Kimo's just simply going to be chasing the Krakens around for the time being, while Fast Lag Fast Rag is going to be waiting for that special ability to move in, snipe a couple of boats, run away, yada, 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 rinse and repeat. And we can still see that we can wait on that Walking Woods. He doesn't have to cast it just yet. He can cast it whenever he wants. So he can cast it just before that Fimbulwinter, chuck it down here, take the town center down, living the dream. Meanwhile, we see some temple and longhouse getting taken out over here, while walls coming up on this location. There's the Walking Oaks coming forward as the Migdol strongholds coming up on this position for Kimo. Fast Lag, Fast Rag, ready to start moving in. Going to be hitting a huge timing push here. 15 minutes into the game. Fimbulwinter plus Walking Woods plus Mountain Giant with everything else behind it to boot. Decent economy in the bank, though he has just run out of food, so he's going to have to spam out some farms here. Now, how is his upgrades looking? He does have plow, no irrigation, but this town center will be falling very, very fast, and we will be seeing the Yeoman Elva coming out. Meanwhile, we've got the ramming galleys coming through for Kimo. Still do not see Heroic Fleet coming in for Kimo. I believe this is every single ship gets a bonus damage against myth units, so it's a must-grab technology if you're against these Yeoman Elves. Look at the damage the Yeoman Elva does, and you can just retreat this if you want. Yes, this many ramming galleys will win, and that's a big win there for Kimo, but he could have ran that easily and been away from those, but decided to lose that and instead focusing completely on pushing through on this location. Now Fast Lag Fast Rag is in a commanding position as Kimo trying to retreat away, trying to make more chariot archers, has a ton of resources in the bank right now as Fast Lag Fast Rag is going to be grabbing the top town center here. He's got himself, or Kimo's got himself his market up. And he's very short on the food income right now. So much wood in the bank, but it can be sold for quite a bit. So he can sell all of that wood if he so chooses to make a bunch of farms here if he needs to. But we will be seeing the Migdol stronghold falling. The Yeoman Elva going to be coming in. Look at that damage there. Is that 4 hitting a chariot archer? 4 hitting a chariot archer with that Yeoman Elva. So incredibly strong here. Going after the villagers as well. Nice play. We will be seeing those ramming galleys coming in to help out. Meanwhile, the villagers say no to this town center coming up. Maybe Kimo's going to grab this one for himself here in this game, as the Yeoman Elva will get taken down by these ramming galleys yet again. And now we will be seeing the town center coming up for Fast Rag here, as he will be stabilizing into what looks to be a very, very cheeky town center, 3 town centers apiece situation here. Meanwhile, the Kraken still causing a lot of chaos, sniping these fishing ships. We are seeing Kimo going to be building some fishing ships back out here, getting himself salt amphora as well. But the Kraken is just going to keep getting snipes over here for days. You can send those ramming galleys in, and that's a good idea. They do move at 7.0 speed, and in fact, Fast Lag Fast Rag is going to be losing some HP and some fishing ships over here as well, as Fast Lag Fast Rag snipes another fishing ship over here. And the town center just about up for both players, as the priest helping out on the top location here. Nice play thus far, but we've got fortified town centers. We've got heavy throwing axemen here. And a ton of farms on this location right now for Fast Lag Fast Rag coming up onto this gold mine. Might want to consider getting that market over in this corner, finishing off your walls over here, and then just simply pushing through on this top location as best as you can. Another option is to get arrow ship cladding here and also get yourself naval auxiliaries, which is what we're seeing. We saw the naval auxiliaries, but no arrow ship cladding, and that would help with sniping down those ramming galleys, as the Kraken trying to retreat away can turn around and snipe one of these if he so chooses. But now we see the Migdol stronghold coming up over here for Kimo as Fast Lag, Fast Rag is just wandering in. We'll be able to take this down very, very easily here as he's going to thwack that one. There he goes, going after these villagers as well. The Axeman coming in, going to be able to snipe down the heavy throwing Axeman very, very easily as the Pharaoh is under attack now by the heavy Huskar, but does get dealt with by the Chariot Archers. The Mountain Giant getting pushed back by the Pharaoh there, who's doing roughly 80 damage a shot onto this Mountain Giant. Look at that, goes down to 240, so 60 damage a shot onto the Mountain Giant. Nice play from Kimo to deal with all of that. He's going to be holding very, very nicely here, but Kimo's economy is very, very shot right now. He still hasn't got the farms up. He doesn't have plow. He has no farms. He's got very weak economies. Even seen some wood being stoled in this game, as we've now got double Mountain Giant out for Fast Lag, Fast Rag. He's also got some those Oxy Dragon ships coming out, as well as the Yorman Elvers that are so very, very strong. But we do see a bunch of ramming galley here, and this is why I was talking about maybe getting those arrow ship cladding archer ships, longboats, to help take those down. But maybe not just yet, as the Jarls are going at each other here, as the barracks will get taken down. We see the Jarl going straight after the Pharaoh. Nice micro from Kimo, but he will be losing a lot of HP on this Pharaoh as it's trying to get back to the town center. Going to be turning around. No, he does pop through that town center now, going after the Mountain Giants over here, who are getting chased down by medium axemen at this point. And now the Migdol stronghold is going to be under siege very, very shortly, but not before the Mountain Giant does get taken out. Nice play from Kimo to get some extra priests in here to help take these out. The villagers can do a lot of damage to the Mountain Giants as well. 50% hack armor. It's not the most, and we will be seeing that Pharaoh does get sniped out here as is Fast Lag, Fast Rag. Does he have anything out just yet? He is going after the town center now with the Oxy Dragon ships. Lots of damage happening over here on this side. The Yorman Elvers are getting taken down by those ramming galleys, but will Kimo notice? Kimo's not noticing here. This is absolutely huge for Fast Lag, Fast Rag to get that win on that top location, and there we see the villagers going to be turning around, repairing this one back up as fast as they can, as the ramming galley going to be coming over here to try and take these Oxy Dragon ships down. But it looks like the Oxy Dragon ships are not going to be enough in this game just yet. But we do see a forward temple coming down now for Fast Lag, Fast Rag, who's got 40 villagers on the wood right now. He might want to consider getting a little bit more onto the farms here, but not happening just yet. We do see these Ulf Jarls doing some very, very nice tanking and damage to both the Axemen and the Chariot Archers in this game. Kimo's priest under attack. The Chariot Archers chilling in the back here. We will be seeing those barracks getting taken down as the Mountain Giant now going to start making his way forward to try and take down the Migdol stronghold. We will be seeing some of these axemen falling as well, as it's looking like Kimo is sort of holding here, but he's slowly losing ground, and he's got so much population over here. 8 population, or 8 ramming galleys worth of population. These cost 2. So he's got 16 population on the water, where Fast Lag, Fast Rag has got 0 population on the water, and he is full pop right now. We will be seeing a huge locust onto this location right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers falling. Just 5 villagers falling here. Not bad now for Fast Lag, Fast Rag. He's going to be completely fine, but having no gold income for just a little bit is a big, big problem. Just tell a lie. He's got a ton of villagers over here on this gold mine, so not really an issue there. And we are seeing still these Ulf Jarls doing wonderfully here. We don't have that beautiful, beautiful upgrade, which is called Ring Giver, extra 25% Jarl HP. If we take a look at the heavy cavalry upgrade, or actually we can take a better look at what this is. We actually only get 18 HP from getting those medium upgrades. So getting as much HP as you get from Ring Giver, it's obviously a huge boost to how strong and tanky these Jarls are. And now we see the Mountain Giant focusing down the Migdol stronghold, while we are still trying to see on this location here, this villager trying to get this barracks up. It's just not going to happen. as more priests coming in over here. We will be seeing Fast Rag going to be attempting to retreat away, just continuing to push in here with multiple mountain giants as the Ulfjarl's now turning around, taking down these priests. Nice garrison micro there from Kimo to keep himself afloat here. But at this point, how does Kimo deal with this unit comp? He can make himself cavalry, like mass cavalry. It's not a bad idea. You kind of 5.4 damage per second throwing axemen really isn't that much to the cavalry, even with the low hack armor that they do have. The mass cavalry would probably be able to push through all these Jarls and the throwing axemen. As we see the town center starting to get kicked down here. Nice play from Fast Rag, trying to push in with more hill forts on the front, but still not quite enough oomph to push through just yet. Now we see those ramming galleys returning onto this location. Kimo's still in the third age here, it seems. Still in the heroic age. Needs that help of the Pharaoh, needs that help of the naval auxiliaries, but he just does not have it just yet in this game. We are seeing more mercenary cavalry coming out. A second hill fort coming down right now. Hill forts take so long to get built here. 91 build time compared to the 27 second build time that the Longhouse has. Is this? Yeah, 91 seconds with one unit versus 20 seconds with one unit. It's a long time to get that hill fort up with one unit. But we do see that Fast Rag has managed to do so. And he might have to start thinking about spamming towers in here just to make sure he can continue to push in. And we'll see what sort of units he is going to be making those ballista here with engineering coming in, or engineers coming in. That's giving himself the extra range and a little bit more damage on those ballistas, so going to help him out a lot. Now we see heavy cavalry has come in now for Fast Rag. This gives him plus 28 hit points, so it's still a good amount compared to the Ring Giver, which it's 25%. 25% is huge. It's just huge. We might see it coming in maybe a little bit later. Nope, still not getting it. Like, why go Njord? Why go Njord if you don't get Ring Giver? I'm confused. Let me see. This barracks is now out. Maybe Kimo can get some counter rates onto Kimo here. As the heavy chariots now getting pushed back by one ballista, and the rest of these buildings coming up. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to start thinking about making a little bit of Huskal here, just to tank a little bit. Another ballista now coming in. The town center is starting to get taken out here. Ballista just a little bit too close. I do think that when you get ballista out, especially with Norse, when you get that range siege out, Petropolis, in Fireside to some degree, Catapult, just build some cheeky walls. Just don't stinge on it. Just get some walls out. It doesn't matter if they're not completely surrounding him. Just make it harder for your opponent to get in onto this. We do see these villagers getting sacked here, trying to move in and take down this tower as the barracks does fall. We've got 3 ballista out right now trying to take down this fortified town center. There's the walls we were talking about, but there's already some mercenary trying to make it in here. They do all end up falling as the mercenary not going to be able to continue to push through onto these ballista just yet, as another mountain giant now coming in. The fortified town center is falling. Meanwhile, these villagers over here on this location grabbing their last little bit of gold here, as a spearman does fall on that location as well. And Kimo loses his town center and loses the game. Taps out. GG. Well played by Fast Rag. Kimo winning the water, but wasn't enough here in this game. I do think that had a lot to do with the transition away from the water. Kimo not moving his villagers off of wood really slowed him down and didn't allow him to get to that mythic age that he so desperately needed here in this game as well. And I don't think he got that heroic fleet. He did not get that heroic fleet upgrade here. It's very, very good. Where is it? Let me find said upgrade if I can. Heroic fleet here. it's 150% bonus ship damage versus myth units, right? So this Yeoman Elver here, 800 HP. The ramming galley does 20 damage a second. So with that upgrade, it goes up to like 45 damage a second, obviously minus the 20% hack armor, but that's tons. And the Yeoman Elver becomes a lot less scary if you have that upgrade, but didn't get it, and it did slow him down quite a bit and allowed this push to keep coming through. But man, Njord can be so exciting when played in the right way. I just would have loved to see that Ring Giver coming in to shoot these great Jarls off into the stratosphere in terms of their upgrades, but didn't happen, and such is life. We'll move on to the next game shortly. If you guys are enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.